Governor, they're saying that the political miracle of 1959 is the success of most of your program in the last 2 days of the session. To what do you attribute this success?
Well, I haven't actually had time to analyze it. I think very definitely that in the last few days that we've been able to accomplish in the legislature a tremendous amount. I think that the final action almost of the Senate in the passage of the state merit system for state employees is more or less the crown to be placed on what I consider in the final analysis a most progressive legislative session. There have been differences, of course, along the way, but in the final analysis, what was written is what's important, and we're most pleased with the success of the session.
Outside of the general appropriations for the Highway Fund, which ran over $70 million, the legislature also made provision for additional financing for new toll roads in Oklahoma. And I'm most hopeful that following approval by the Supreme Court of the legislative action taken, that we can have not only a new toll road southwest from Oklahoma City to Lawton and that area, but also a new toll road running north and south across eastern Oklahoma. But in the field of education, we also have something about which we can be most proud. In both the field of common schools and higher education, we granted approximately 25% increases in financing, 25% over and above the amount appropriated 2 years ago by the 26th session of the legislature. And this was done, of course, also without any tax increase.
Governor, do you feel that you had any personal failures during this session?
Well, I certainly will be quick to admit that I've made plenty of mistakes. I came in without experience in the legislature, and I'm certainly that inexperience contributed to some of the delays in the passage of some of these reform measures. I wouldn't say for a minute that I was without fault myself, but in a final analysis, I still submit that the action, the final laws, will be recorded in history as one of the greatest sessions. There are still matters that we believe should be referred to the people by the petition route, and sometime, as soon as we can, these matters will be referred. I hope that in judging this session that the people are not, do not take our action of taking petitions to the people as an indictment of the House of Representatives and the Senate, because so much has been accomplished, although not all.
From the New York Stock Exchange comes the answer to the question, who owns American business? Keith Fornston, president of the New York Stock Exchange, announces the new total of U.S. share owners.
How many share owners does the stock exchange count show that we now have?
Well, there are now over 12 million share owners in publicly held companies. And this represents an increase of about 4 million over the last count that we made in 1956. I think that this increase in share ownership, as indicated by our new census, shows that Americans recognize and are meeting one of the great challenges of the future.
The new total, 12,490,000 share owners, means that 1 out of every 8 adult Americans own shares. Of these, more than 52% are women. And almost 1/2 of all share owners are in the $5,000 to $10,000 income bracket. So, the stock exchange census concludes we are in fact becoming a nation of share owners. And in the process, the U.S. is creating a true people's capitalism.